Hello and thank you for watching this video. This is video 4 of a series of videos to learn how to use CloudLSI. In this video, you will learn about the CloudLSI Product Data Model tool. We have divided our CloudLSI training in 4 videos. Video 1 is an overview of CloudLSI. In video 2, we are describing how to manage your product catalogs. In video 3, you will find information on how to use the product management information functionality implemented on CloudLSI. And finally, video 4, which is this video, where you can learn your way around CloudLSI product data model. Let us get started. Once you have logged on to the CloudLSI tool, look for the Product Data Model options on the left bar panel. CloudLSI Product Data Model gives you the capability to set up your product attributes or field in such a way that you enable your clients with an easy, fast way to find the products that they need with as few keystrokes as possible. The product data model options are fields. This option is used to add, remove, and configure the fields or attributes of your product catalogs. Field groups, use it to organize your fields in logical groups for further manipulation. Search properties, configure search options such as refinements, boosting, and elevation. And finally, connector configuration. Map your catalog field names with the names that your application uses to extract them. We will begin our discussion by describing the fields option. A field is used to identify specific values within your product catalog. For example, if you wanted to know the manufacturer name of a given product, you would refer to the manufacturer field. It is important to know your catalog field names because those field names can be used for searching purposes on your website. CloudLSI Fields option allows you to configure your fields to optimize the search capabilities of your site. Let us familiarize ourselves with the fields options that are available to you. The field panel contains 3 options. Standard, which is used to configure fields that are standard across all of your products, like UPC, product description, and so on. Dynamic, which allows you to configure fields using a matching pattern. And Smart Fields, which allows to configure fields that are used to derive a value from a list of pre-ordered fields. Let us start with the standard fields. The Fields Standard panel will display the list of standard fields contained in your product catalog. Your fields are displayed in a tabular format which contains the following configuration settings: name, display name, type, order, searchable, displayable, and delete. To facilitate the searching of specific fields, you can sort each configuration setting by clicking on the down arrow located to the right of each of the headers. You can also search for a specific field by typing the field name on the search box. Use the menu that is located at the top right of the field tabular head listing to filter what configuration settings to display and to export your fields to a spreadsheet. You can export all of your fields to a comma delimited file, or only the visible fields into a comma delimited file. We can also bring over to our tabular format the multi-valued option, which we will discuss later. Let us now continue and describe the configuration settings one by one. The field configuration values are: name is the name of your field. This name cannot be changed. Display name is the name of your fields as they will appear on your website. You can update this value by double-clicking on the display name and then typing the name that you want to update. Type. Type is the data type of a field, which is used to influence which and how fields will be examined when a search string is entered on your website, as well as to how data will be sorted, either numerically or alphabetically. Double-click on the data type and click on the down arrow and select the field type that you need. Order identifies the sequence in which your fields can be displayed on your product detail page. Double-click on the order value and click on the up and down arrow to select the desired sequence. Multi-valued. When a field contains multiple values, you may want to search for each of these values separately, as if they were individual fields. Double-click on the multi-valued setting and check off the checkbox to make the field multi-valued if applicable. Searchable. Makes a field available for the search engine. Double-click on the searchable setting and check off the checkbox to make the field searchable. Displayable. Makes a field available for display on your website. Again, double-click on the displayable setting and check off the checkbox to make the field displayable. Delete. Sets up a field for deletion the next time your catalog is indexed. Double-click on the delete setting and check off the checkbox to mark the field for deletion. Please note that anytime you update a field configuration value and you navigate out of the configuration field, the entire field row will be highlighted to remind you that you have updated the configuration of that field. You can either save your changes by clicking on the Save button, or you can clear all of the changes by clicking on the Clear Changes button. I'm going to clear my changes at this point. And then, what if you need to add new fields to your catalog? Click on the New Field button at the top. Type your field name and a field type. Let's say New Field. Let's select the field type. Once you hit the Add button, your new field will now appear within your tabular list of fields. In order to remove your new field pop-up screen, click again on the green box. As I was saying before, your new field will appear on your tabular list of fields. You will proceed with the configuration of your new field from your tabular list of fields. Please note that you cannot revert the insertion of a new field by clicking on the Clear Changes button. You will have to mark your field for deletion if necessary. You may have noticed the red legend at the top of the screen that indicates changes made in this page require re-indexing of data. This legend applies to adding and deleting fields, updating the data type, and updating the searchable setting. Contact your CloudLSI representative if you need help indexing your catalog. The next field option is the dynamic field option. The dynamic field option allows you to configure fields that match your dynamic field matching pattern. Say your dynamic name is *_ATT. In our example, our dynamic field ATT matches several product attributes like speed rating, constructional feature, color rendering index, height, so on and so on. By updating the configuration values of the *_ATT dynamic field, I am updating the configuration of all of those fields in one single swipe. All of these fields will be updated in one single swipe. By updating the configuration value of the *_ATT dynamic field, I would be updating the configuration of all of those fields in one single swipe. I can update its data type, its displayability, and searchability, as well as the display order. You can also delete your dynamic field by clicking on the Delete checkbox. But be aware, once you delete the dynamic field, you cannot recover it. So I'm going to cancel out of here. You can add a new dynamic field by clicking on the New Field button. Remember that your dynamic field is a matching pattern that follows this naming convention. Suffix that identifies attributes ending in a particular set of characters. So suffix would be represented by this type of naming convention. And the next naming convention will be prefix to identify attributes starting with a given set of characters, like, let's say, prefix. Please note that adding a dynamic field requires the re-indexing of your catalog. Contact your CloudLSI representative if you need help indexing your catalog. Smart fields. A smart field is dynamically populated by automatically picking a value from a list of previously ordered fields. If you have multiple fields that contain similar information, like, let's say, alternate description and customer description, you can configure a smart field, let's call it Smart Desk. And using this smart field, you will be able to select a description value from the first non-empty field in your smart field list. In our example, the smart field Smart Desk contains two fields to select a value from: Alt Desk and Customer Description. Based on the order of these two fields, the smart field will first try to get a description from the Customer Description field, and if it is empty, it will move on down to proceed and try to use the alternate description field. You can drag your fields around to alter the selection order. This change will be auto-saved. We have discussed standard, dynamic, and smart fields. Let us now move on to the field group option. In this panel, you can create groups to classify your fields for further manipulation on your website or application. I will start by showing you how to create groups and how to assign fields to a group, and then we'll show you a practical application of this feature. To create a group, click on the New Group button. Type the name of your group and click Save. Click on the New Group button once more to remove the pop-up screen. And you can now start assigning fields to your newly created group. Use the Add Field search box to look for the fields that you want to add to your group. Let's say I want to create a group with commodity descriptions. Once you select the desired fields, your change will be auto-saved. Continue the process until you're done assigning fields to your group. Click on the little trash can to remove fields from your group or to remove groups altogether. So this trash can to remove this group from the field, or this trash can to remove the group altogether. Let us now see a practical utilization of the Field Groups feature. I'm going to do a search on a given product. And then I'm going to go to the product page of one of these products. As you can see, there are 3 tabs in this product detail page: the specifications tab, the resource tab, and the package information tab. These tabs were created using those groups that you can create using the Fields Group option in CloudLSI. This package information is associated with tab 3, resources associated with tab 2, and specifications associated with tab 1. Your web developer will have to use the group names you have created in order to enable this categorization on your product page. With the grouping capability, you can enhance the way your product data is displayed. But you may wonder, how can I help my clients to find the products that they are looking for? Let us take a look at the Product Data Model Search Properties option. The Search Properties link contains 2 options: refinements and boosting or boost. The refinements option allows you to select the fields that can be used as refinements on your web store. In our example, we have manufacturer and the dynamic field *_ATT defined as refinements. In order to select a new field for refinements, use the search box, let's select brand series. Once you find the file, you right-click on it and press enter. Your field will be saved automatically into the refinements settings. If you wanted to remove a refinement, click on the little trash can to the right of the corresponding field. Again, your change will be automatically saved. Before I show you a practical example of refinements, I want to mention that by configuring the *_ATT field as a refinement field, I will create refinements for each attribute that matches my dynamic field by selecting one single field, in this case, the dynamic field. Let me now show you a practical example of refinements. Let us do a search. If you look up for refinements information to the left side of this web store, we will see the brand series name and the manufacturer name, which are two of the refinements that we configured on CloudLSI. Let's go back just to quickly show you manufacturer name and brand series name. But as you can see, there are many other refinements in this list. But you see enclosure, you see approval, and many other refinements that are derived from the dynamic field asterisk underscore ATT, this one. And at this point, I would like to show you how in this search for transformers, I have this type of refinements. However, if I were to do a different search, you will see how the dynamic refinements change to match those of the products that we selected. Let's now discuss the boosting option. The boosting option is used to influence which products to display at the top of your product search results. To access the boosting option, you click on the boosting field, the boosting tab, excuse me. You can use the search box to find the field that you want to boost. You can start by typing a field name. Let's say we select stock status. That new boosting field will be defined at the bottom of the screen, so you need to scroll down. It will have, as you can see, this particular new field that we added for boosting has a grading scale to its right. You can slide the grading scale as necessary. Both your boosted field and its boosting value will be automatically saved. You can adjust the grading scale as necessary to update its boosting value. In order to remove a boosting field, click on the little trash icon. And now let's move on to a variation of the boost option. This variation is called Elevate. As boosting, it is also used to influence what products to display at the top of your product search results. However, Elevate assigns a higher ranking order to products that contain a specific value on the fields that you selected for elevation. In order to elevate a field, select a field for elevation purposes. Let's go back to our example of stock. Your field, once again, will be added to the bottom of the screen. However, in this case, we're going to click on the Add Value button, which is underneath the field. And we're going to add a value that is meaningful to the stock status field. So let's say we want to boost all products that are stock. So if you want to elevate stock products, type stock in the add value field and rank its elevate grade by using the grading scale. Once you select the ranking value, your elevate value will be automatically saved. You do not need to set the boosting value of the associated field. In order to remove an elevate value field, click on the little trash icon. Connector configuration. A connector is used to map your website attribute names with the names of the fields in your catalog. To launch the connector configuration page, you left-click on the connector configuration link. Depending on your application needs, you may have several connectors associated to your organization. However, the connector that you will see displayed when you first access the connector configuration panel will be the EC2 ND Phase Web connector. In order to find out what other connectors are available to your organization, click on the drop-down arrow. Let us configure the CloudLSI connector, which is the connector we use to map your catalog fields with the Product Information Management application. Select the CloudLSI connector from your drop-down list by clicking on the drop-down arrow and clicking left-clicking on the corresponding connector. A list of the attributes and fields associated with your connector will be displayed on the screen. In order to associate an attribute in the CloudLSI application with a field in your catalog, use the drop-down arrow and start typing a field name to display the fields that are available for mapping. Select the field that you want to map to. You can use the slide down bar to see the complete list of attributes available on your connector. To remove a map field from the connector, click on the little trash can icon. Once you're satisfied with your updates, click on the Save button. To cancel your changes, you can navigate out of the page by selecting another option from the left-hand side menu. This concludes our CloudLSI basic training series. Thank you for watching.